Line is set. Karate stands up, the light is on. 1400 metres. Gates open, a good level start, and Sir Avalanche in the centre got away well. Beats Walkins up on the outside and driving through Opera Serenade off the track. King Cossack followed then by Karate getting up along the inside. Now as they sort themselves out, they've got about 1150 metres to go, and Sir Avalanche is the leader. Sir Avalanche leads out. Very wide was King Cossack, Opera Serenade. Karate's on the inside, about a length behind those then. Butkus followed by Sir Chambray. Chatawa second last, and about two then. Ruby Bell is last of all as they leave the back and race down the sides, and Sir Avalanche doing it well. Two in front of Karate. Ahead off third was Beats Walkin, followed then off the track going up three wide King Cossack. Then Sir Chambray down on the inside, about a half a length behind those centre field. Opera Serenade, Butkus back third last, followed by Chatawa, and about 5 or 6 Ruby Bell last of all. As they race up towards the turn, Sir Avalanche raced away. He's going well. Sir Avalanche out about 3 in front. Karate running second, followed by Beats Walkin. Back behind those Sir Chambray, followed by Opera Serenade. Well back, Butkus giving the leaders a start. Chatawa down on the inside. They're well in the straight with about 350 metres to go. Shaken up, and Sir Avalanche is well clear. Karate tries hard in second, and then Sir Chambray down on the inside, followed by Beats Walkin. He's got to go for the whip on Sir Avalanche, but Sir Avalanche is well clear. Trying hard, Sir Chambray down on the inside, but Sir Avalanche, the first favourites home, hands and heels to the line, and Sir Avalanche about 3 in front of Sir Chambray second, followed by Karate, then Opera Serenade. Butkus well back behind those. Chatawa followed then by Beats Walkin, Ruby Bell, and King Cossack was last. Sir Avalanche too good. Number 2, Sir Avalanche, Peter Mullin, taking out the opening race, led all the way and was never seriously threatened at any stage. He's a big, long, striding galloper by Mighty Avalanche. A 6-year-old bay gelding, Mighty Avalanche, out of Bells a Ringing, trained at Queanbeyan by Jack Van Duren, ridden by Peter Mullin. Number 7 is second, that is Sir Chambray, John Scorse, trained by Barbara Joseph, and number 4, Karate, third, John Morrissey, Matthew Carl. So the numbers are 2, 7, 4, they're official. Number 2, the winner, Sir Avalanche, ridden by Peter Mullin, raced by J.W. Van Duren, L.C. and C.D. Fredericks, R.G. Todd and P. Voris. A 6-year-old bay gelding, Mighty Avalanche, out of Bells a Ringing, Jack Van Duren, Peter Mullin. Second, Sir Chambray. A 4-year-old bay gelding, Success Express, out of the Denham Look, Barbara Joseph, John Scorse. And for Karate, third, a 4-year-old bay gelding, Casual Lies, Carlingford Rose, John Morrissey, Matthew Carl. Now the winner scored by 4 lengths, 4 by 2.5. 4 by 2.5 the margins. 1:24.71 was the time. 1:24.71. Sectional 37.09. 37.09 was the sectional. But an easy win to the favourite in the first. Number 2, Sir Avalanche, Peter Mullin, beating 7, Sir Chambray, John Scorse. Fourth, number 4, Karate, Matthew Carl. Winning margin 4 lengths. 2.5 second and third. 1:24.71 the time. Sectional 37.09. And we're standing by for the 4th and 5th placings after race 1, the Casino Canberra Class 6 plate. Now the winner, Sir Avalanche, trains the favourite Kenny Tycoon. Now they're set. Race 2 Canberra. Set over there at the 1400. Gibois stands up, the light is on. They're off. Now, Kings County was slowly away, as was Ingalara Creek. And down on the inside, Kenny Tycoon got away well with Don't Shoot Me and Gibois. Now, Thanks for Ringing going up to about 4th, followed by Gundagai's Centaur's Fury. In behind those, your racer, followed then by Arctic Seas, a long break, Kings County. And Ingalara Creek is last on, settling down as they race past the 1,000. And Kenny Tycoon, the leader, about a length in front. Thanks for Ringing second, Gibois third. Then Centaur's Fury going up wide. Gundagai getting a good run down on the rails. A length behind those, Don't Shoot Me, followed by Arctic Seas, your racer. A break of about 2, Kings County, and Ingalara Creek is last as they leave the back and race down the side. And Kenny Tycoon doing it well, 2 in front. Thanks for Ringing second, running on well up along the inside. Gundagai appears to be doing it easily at this stage. Then Gibois, followed further back in the field, Arctic Seas down on the inside. And back behind those, your racer starting a run, followed by Don't Shoot Me as they race towards the turn. They've got about 425 to go, and Kenny Tycoon, the leader, taken on by Gundagai on the outside. Going wide, Jibwa's running on, followed by Arctic Seas down on the inside. Well back behind those then Kings County, and you race her out towards the centre, running on fairly well as they race down towards the 200. Kenny Tycoon giving plenty. Gundagai tries hard in behind those Arctic Seas, but hands and heels. Kenny Tycoon is well clear, a length and a half in front of Gundagai, who can't do any better, and Kenny Tycoon leads all the way. Kenny Tycoon first, Gundagai second, Arctic Seas third, followed by Kings County Racer, then Don't Shoot Me, followed by Ingalara Creek, then Jibwa. A long break behind those Centaur's Fury, and Thanks for Ringing was last, and the late scratching at the barrier was number 5 Wellerswood, taken out at 1:46. Number 2, the winner, Kenny Tycoon, John Morrissey, and ridden by Rolly Saxton, led all the way. Number 4, a second, Gundagai tried hard, Matthew Carl for John Morrish, and 8 Arctic Seas, Darren Hoare for Chris Corbin. The numbers are 248, 248. Kenny Tycoon, raced by D.A. Thomas and Ms. J.L. Smith, a 3-year-old bay gelding. Last Tycoon out of Kenny Miss, trained by John Morrissey and ridden by Matthew Carl. Second goes to number 4, Gundagai, a 3-year-old bay gelding, marauding out of On the Way, John Morrish, Randwick Matthew Carl. And third, number 8, Arctic Seas, a 4-year-old chestnut mare, Imposing Bull, Wattle Time, Chris Corbin, Canberra, Darren Hoare. Now the time for the race, 1:27:21. 1:27:21, sectional 37:47.
Okay, so Kenny Tony.
Now the light goes on. They're set. A big field. Gates open. Now, Counterpunch was slowly away. Our Burrito and Gallant Hero back towards the tail. And Guapo showed speed, followed by Ring That Bell on the outside. Corridor Whispers. In behind those, Yearwood, followed by Typical, and further back to Jungle, followed by Final Call. Down along the inside, gaining a bit of ground, was Wendy. Further back then, Purdy's Princess. And Lightning Quest, a big field as they settle down and race past the 600. And the leader, Guapo, about a length in front. Ring That Bell, Corridor Whispers, followed by Typical. In behind those, Yearwood, followed then by Jungle. Final Call on the outside. Well back, Counterpunch on the bend, followed by Casino Style, Wendy, Lightning Quest. Then well back in the field, Gallant Hero, followed by Solarius, Our Burrito, and Purdy's Princess in the straight with about 300 to go. And Guapo shaken up as the leader on the outside. Ring That Bell is running on. In behind those, then Corridor Whispers, followed by Yearwood. But Ring That Bell raced to the lead inside the final 100. And the race is all over. The first starter, Ring That Bell, Len Beasley. And Ring That Bell draws away from Guapo. Jungle third, followed by Yearwood fourth. Further back then Corridor Whispers, then Typical, Lightning Quest, then Casino Style, Final Call, Solarius, Purdy's Princess, Gallant Hero. Well back Counterpunch, followed by Our Burrito and Wendy last. Ring That Bell and Len Beasley. He certainly rang that bell. Number 3, Ring That Bell, trained by Bede Murray, ridden by Len Beasley, always prominent. Number 5, Guapo second, ridden by Matthew Carl. And the third goes to number 7. Number 7 is third, that being Jungle, a good run, ridden by Alan Abrahams. So the numbers are 3, 5, 7. 3, the winner, Ring That Bell. First starter, a 3-year-old brown gelding by Don't Say Hello out of Belgrave, title raced by LR and Mrs. R.J. Chapman, trained by Bede Murray, Len Beasley. Number 5, Guapo second, a 5-year-old chestnut gelding, Rustic Amber Dash Around, John Morrissey, Matthew Carl. And 7, Jungle third, a 3-year-old chestnut gelding, Jade Hunter, Jasmine Garden, Darrell Rolfe, Canberra, Alan Abrahams. 8, 3, 5 and 7, 3, 5, 7. Number 10, a good run, Yearwood, finished 4th. And 11, Corridor Whispers, finished 5th.
So, a good performance. Now, watch here in the sailor. Look at it. Well, Guapo came out a little too, but certainly very erratic. Almost came in, but had cleared the second horse there. But good performance, though, with all that running about. When it really learns to race, it obviously has a future. So Ring That Bell, Guapo and Jungle after the running of race 3 at Canberra. Now,
about this race is if they run 1-2, it's going to be a very skinny Quinella.
I'd say it'll be an odds-on Quinella. There's no doubt about that. It'll be $1.90 for sure.
All right. Do you see either of these two being a slipper chance?
Well, they're both equal in line in betting in the slipper, about 4th or 5th in line. If they do something today and repeat that in the Opal in Monday week, Yeah, that could certainly come into calculations. Reading an article in the paper this morning, Mannington, you know, it was a hot pot. One defeat, it's out the back, and a new contender comes to the fore. So something could happen today in that respect.
Well, I suppose it may be certainly a good omen as the Black Opal Preview runners go to the barrier. The sun's out and it's shining.
Yeah, indeed, and hopefully the weather will pick up, and that's a good meeting before us too. Don't worry about that. The Canberra Guinea's coming up, and it's going to be an excellent betting race.
All right, we'll look at the Canberra Guineas a little bit later on because it comes up after this race, the Black Opal Preview. But Michael's gone for the filly, Preserve 13 to beat 6 and 3.
Indeed.
Good on you, Michael. Michael Heath there, that's his last word on the Black Opal Preview. As I said, after a raining morning, the sun's out and it's shining here.
And luckily Sydney is looking pretty good too, and just had people a bit suspenseful like yesterday about the Streisand concert tonight. It's all systems go, I believe. Now, Gatton, the 4th in 6.
Locked away for the year 2000 Diffused Diabetes Black Opal Preview. The light is on. They're racing in the preview. Now X-Ray was slowly away, as was Glory to Glory. Out wide, Pembleton showing speed. The stablemate Royal Joke is up leading with the favourite as they settle down. Followed further back then Hallidan. Mr. Conductor's on the outside. Further back in the field then Splendifico, followed by Amira. Further back in the field as they settle down then Play Hour, followed by Sly Zip. As they settle down and race down the side of the track, 7.50 out. And the big fellow Pembleton leads 3/4 of a length in front. Mr. Conductor's running second. Royal Joker's third. Hallidan fourth on the inside, then Splendifico, a break X-Ray, followed by Sly Zipamira, then Preserve worse than centre field as they race towards the turn, well back behind those Pleasant Note, followed by Little Dreams Play Hour, and Glory to Glory last, but around the turn in the preview, and Pembleton down on the inside as the leader on the outside, Mr. Conductor, Royal Joke third on the inside, Preserve into the clear, giving the leaders a big start, Hallidan down on the inside, followed by X-Ray, but he's bounded away, Pembleton, at the 200, the rider has a peep behind, he's under double wraps, out about 5 in front. Mr. Conductor second, followed by Preserve, but this is a cakewalk. Pembleton under a stranglehold, races away to win the preview. He's won by about 8 lengths. Now second, Mr. Conductor, Preserve third, followed then by Royal Joke, X-Ray, then Splendifico. The next one, Hallidan, followed further back in the field, Play Hour, then Glory to Glory. Well back in the field, Little Dreams, Sly Zip in the last pair, Amira and Pleasant Note. How easy was that? Number 6, Pembleton, under double wraps. Ridden by Larry Cassidy. He couldn't go any slower. Number 5, Mr. Conductor second, ridden by Brian York. And third, number 13, Preserve, but a long way back, ridden by Darren Beedman. 6-5-13. The winner, Pembleton, raced by the Tavistock Park Stud Syndicate, the managers PJ and Mrs. J.M. Pascoe. A 2-year-old Bayer Brown gelding by marauding out of Royal Aria, John Morrissey, Larry Cassidy. Second, number 5, Mr. Conductor, a 2-year-old chestnut colt by Greenline Express out of Outshines, David Blundell, Gundagai, Brian York, and number 13, third, Preserve, a 2-year-old chestnut filly by Canny Lad out of Peach, John Hawkes, Warwick Farm, Darren Beedman. But I don't think we've seen an easier win in a feature race like that for a long, long time. 6-5-13, 14 was fourth, Royal Joke, a stablemate of the winner, and 1 X-Ray finished 5th.
Well, that was impressive, wasn't it, Pembleton? He looks to have a mortgage on the big one, the Black Opal, and then, of course, will he go on to the Golden Slipper? Most probably. But considering the way Catbird was winning both races at this time last year, he looks even more impressive. So if you take that into account, he'd have to be a big show on the Slipper. He's very impressive, Pembleton. Big winner there, ridden by Larry Cassidy in the Black Opal Preview today. Now,
well, certainly the highlight of the Canberra meeting today was the win of Pembleton in the Black Opal Preview. And I know he's a pretty conservative man, but even trainer John Morrissey must have been thrilled with the run.
I was, Rod, yeah, very thrilled. It was probably exaggerated a bit by the fact that the equal favourite, the other one went ordinary. But no, you know, you got to be happy with that.
Well, they can't do any more than win, and he did do it with a lot of authority.
Yeah, no, I was very pleased with him. He sort of hasn't had a run for a while, and luckily he sort of did it easy, so hopefully he'll pull up all right.
And no doubt you've left room for some improvement because he does have a tough campaign ahead of him.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, Maraudings are fresh horses, but I have sort of, hope that there'd be something there.
Well, the Black Opal is your next target, of course. How do you rate him for that? He's going to be pretty short, I fear.
Yeah, it'd be lovely to win the Opal. That's what we'll be trying to do. And then after that, he's not nominated for the Slipper, so we'll just see race by race and how we go, whether we pay the late acceptance.
Yeah, would the owners be tempted to pay the late entry?
If he warrants a run, that's no problem. That is no problem.
It'd be great for Canberra, of course, to win 2 Slippers in a row.
That'd be great. Yeah, it'd be fantastic. But it's, whether that'll happen or not's another thing.
Well, of course, last year, Catbird, he broke the hoodoo because a Black Opal winner had never won the Slipper, had they?
Yeah, but, records are made to be broken, and Catbird, he was a great horse. He was the best horse in the race. It'd be lovely to think we may be there.
He's a lovely type, isn't he, Pembleton?
Yeah, he's an individual. I always believe these horses with a class have got a bit of character, and he's a real individual.
All right, well, we've got to look a bit further ahead to today's meeting. Camarina coming back in the Guineas.
Yeah, the race after the Guineas.
The race after the Guineas, sorry.
I wish she was in the Guineas. Yeah, no, she's trialled twice, and she's pretty big, and she's going along nicely.
Okay, so there's the clues for Camarina, and she's trialled well, as John just said there. This race is brought to you by the Rooty Hill RSL Club. It is the Guineas, one of the feature events at Canberra. Once again, here's Tony Campbell.
No light yet. There it is, they're set now. 1,600 metres. An excellent field, and they're ready. Gates open, racing in the Guineas. Kingston Dawn got away well, and Bias Bay is prominent, so too is Sports Freak. Recall is pushing up along the inside, followed by Stanmark. Then Horse Whisperer, followed by Royce. Getting up along the inside was Wingrove, and further back behind those in the field then came our Eeyore. A break to Heptagon, followed by Tear. Then Sapiente, followed by Natural Light. Well back abstained Bondi Iceberg, and Kirkster Lane in is last as they race down the back. 1,100 out, and Stanmark is the leader. The local galloper Stanmark leads a length in front. Sports Freak now getting a good run on the inside. Recall, our Eeyore fourth on the outside. Further back behind those Bias Bay, followed then by Kingston Dawn. Down on the inside Wingrove, then Bias Bay. Well back in the field as they race towards the turn. Down the side now was Natural Light, followed by Heptagon. In behind those Tears Sapiente. Further back Bondi Iceberg abstained on the inside, and last of all was Kirkster Lane at the 600 metre mark, and Stanmark leads. Sports Freak is second. Now down on the inside Recall. Further back behind those Eeyore starting a run, and as they race towards the turn, Wingrove down on the inside, Royce going wide, then Bias Bay. Further back in the field Kingston Dawn. Heptagon as well back, followed by Natural Light, and the next one was Kirkster Lane, followed by Abstained. Well on the straight with about 350 metres to go, and Sports Freak raced up and hit the lead. Sports Freak kicked away, followed by Recall running on. Stanmark under the whip on the inside, and then Bias Bay. It's Sports Freak the leader, a length in front. Recall on the outside is trying hard. They're clear. Under the whip the leader was Sports Freak. 3/4 of a length in front of Recall, and Sports Freak about a half a length. Sports Freak has won the Guineas. Second Recall. Wingrove third, followed by Stanmark, Bias Bay. Then Abstained, Al Eeyore, the next one Heptagon, followed by Kingston Dawn. Natural Light well back in the field. A break behind those Royce, followed by Horse Whisperer, Bondi Iceberg, Kirkster Lane. Well back Sapiente and Tear last. Stand by. Number 3, the winner, Sports Freak, ridden by Brian York, trained by Alan Denham. Number 3, the winner, Sports Freak, trained by Alan Denham, holding on to beat number 2, Recall, Danny Beasley. And third goes to number 13, Wingrove, a good run, ridden by Darren Beatman. So the numbers in the year 2000, Gundaroo Stud, Syndicate, Canberra Guineas, 3-2-13. Sports Freak is raced by PJ and Mrs. LJ Wynn, and MP and Mrs. LMSF. A 3-year-old bay gelding by Scenic out of Rhythmic Charm, Alan Denham, and I believe carried the colours of the Parramatta Eels, if my memory serves me correctly. Peter Wynn, I believe, is one of the part owners.
Good luck to him too. Good on you, Pete. Sports Freak at 460, 180. And Yorkie rode a perfect race there on that one. Beautiful ride. Recall, well ridden too. Darren with Dan Beasley, and Darren Beedman's ride. Wingrove coming home well for third. As you can see, Sports Freak got the break at the right time. Recall a little in trouble getting a run. Then Danny hooks him around that couple of horses there, and in the famous old TJ Smith colours, he starts to make his run at Sports Freak, but the winner had got the break there and ridden out in that typical Brian York vigour, he held off recall with Wingrove finishing well into third place. So 3-2-13 after the running of the Canberra Guineas. Now at the Gold Coast, Keith Dryden there talking with Rod Galagas as they've moved in pretty well for the quality. Good field, here's Tony.
Inside and Valley Warrior got the best of it. The Dark is driving up towards the lead, followed further back in the field. Speaker's Bureau going wide, then at Mandy, followed further back to Nocturnal as they sort themselves out and race towards that first turn. They've got about 900 to go. It's a good race for the lead. Valley Warrior on the outside, and the Dark they're going helter-skelter. About 3 in front now. Miss Kent is third on the inside. A neck off to Speaker's Bureau, about a length and a half or 2 behind those then Camarina. Further back behind those racing down the side Ed Mandy. The next one was Mr. Crow, followed by Talon Time, and 2 and 3 then Nocturnal last of all. Up towards the turn, can these leaders keep going? It's on the outside, Valley Warrior in the Dark, coming off the rails, running on as Miss Kent now, and Speaker's Bureau behind those, further back in the field, Camarina, then Ed Mandy, back behind those, Mr. Crow, followed by Talon Time, well in the straight with about 300 to go, and Valley Warrior's the leader, about a long neck in front of the Dark on the inside. Miss Kent is putting a run on the outside, then Camarina, and further back to Speaker's Bureau. Here's the little mare, Miss Kent on the outside, going out after Valley Warrior. Valley Warrior's kicking back. Miss Kent's having another go, and Camarina between those gets up. Oh, Camarina on the line. A super effort. Camarina has beaten either Miss Kent or Valley Warrior. Further back behind those, the Dark, followed then by Ed Mandy, Talent Time, Speaker's Bureau, and well back behind those, Mr. Crow and Nocturnal.
What kind of a run was that? Gee, that was a big finish by Camarina. She could be right back to her best, let's hope so. And Camarina has just got that split in the straight. You were concentrating on Speaker's Bureau and Miss Kent, and you can see Camarina there in the gold colours about to get the split. Cassidy was just sitting there on her. And the other two riders are desperate with the whip. And there comes Camarina just through the split at the right time and finishes brilliantly to win. And that was very impressive. 1, 4 and 6 after the running of the quality there at Canberra. Terrific run.
Race 6, 7. Make it race 7. The light is on. And away they go now. Wind Squall and Mirage Lover back at the tail of the field when they hit the ground. And Temporal showing speed. Good timing down on the inside. In behind those, I Knew the Judge, followed by Cut Above, and All in Navy driving through. Further back behind those, Rowdy Prince, followed by Double Bloom. Back towards the tail, Wind Squall and Mirage Lover last of all. As they make that first turn and race down the side of the track. All in Navy leads. A length in front, Cut Above second. A length off third. Good timing going well. A length and a half then Temporal. A further length and a half behind those, I Knew the Judge, followed then by Wind Squall down on the inside. A break of about 2 behind those towards the turn, Double Bloom. Mirage Lover second last, and Rowdy Prince along last as they commence the run around the home turn, and All in Navy the leader. Getting closer on the outside, Cut Above is running on. Now sticking to the inside was Good Timing. Back behind those then Wind Squall. Further back behind those Temporal. And down the outside, Mirage Lover's putting in a run, but as they race down towards the 200, Cut Above on the outside has raced up now. Cut Above put the head in front, All in Navy, and now Good Timing right through on the inside. It's Good Timing, All in Navy and Cut Above, but Good Timing. Good Timing just in front, Cut Above having another go, but Good Timing wins by about a neck. Good Timing first. Now Cut Above second, third in the race, All in Navy, followed then by Mirage Lover, Temporal well back in the field, followed then by Double Bloom, Wind Squall, I Knew the Judge, and Rowdy Prince.
Number 2, Good Timing, the odds-on favourite, holding them off at the finish. Good tough performance to win over 11, Cut Above, and 10, All in Navy. So 2, 11 and 10 after the 7th at Canberra. Moving in now,